Here says Ice from Joe Budden podcast said that he has Wayne at number 2 behind Jay. He's an older head. I definitely disagree. You know, when people put Wayne so high, I want to ask, like, what exactly is it for? Now, I love Wayne's work ethic. I think Wayne did his thing. His feature run is crazy. But if we want to talk about body of work, album for album, and even if we went single for single, not talking about features and things like that, why would you have him so high? I mean, because I just think that, in my opinion, and I don't want to be a hypocrite here because I say the same thing about Eminem and people like Ludacris, right? I think that Wayne's limited. You know what I mean? There's so many like, does he even still tell stories in his raps? Like, you know, there's so many things that he hasn't done, you know what I'm saying, lyrically, that other MCs have done, and stories that he hasn't told, subject matters he hasn't handled, for me to put him over certain people. You know what I mean?
You want to know what he is? He's really all-time great, but he's somebody when you sit him next to the all-time greats, you start seeing his gaps.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. So, how many classic songs does Rakim have where he don't even have to curse on the record? Sometimes I don't even know if Wayne can make it through 8 bars. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
No. Like, you put some of his seminal moments, quote unquote, go sit them next to KRS-One seminal moments. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, no, he's all-time great, but when you put him in that mix of all-time greats, you see his gaps clearly. Mike, go pull up his storytelling catalog and sit him next to even an Eminem or a Kendrick, damn a Nas or a Scarface.
No, that's real. I mean, because even if we want to talk about, like, you brought up KRS-One, where's his You Must Learn? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's limited in that way. And when you have that many gaps, you can't be that high. Now, what he's great at, he's great at. It's like saying somebody who's it's like me saying, and I say this respectfully, I'm from the A, I'll never disrespect. It's like me saying that Dominique Wilkins is the second best basketball player of all time because he has incredible dunking ability and incredible scoring ability. It's not enough. It's not enough.
He was my favorite player growing up, Mike. I don't even know if he's a top 5 small forward all time anymore.
No. I mean, because then you got the winning thing in there too. But again, not to break him apart, but I'm just saying, if, like you said, when you start splicing Wayne up, you know what I'm saying, with the people who are in this conversation, there's a lot of things that he's missing.
Yeah.
And you can't be that high if you're missing that many things. That's why we always talk about Jay and Nas so much, because they fill in so many of those.
They fill all the gaps.
They fill in all the gaps. They've done it all. And they continue to do it. And they do it at a high level.
Now, here's what I'm saying. It's like, if you want to say Wayne's better than, like, maybe a Jadakiss or a Pusha T overall, no, you could probably say something like that. But it's like, when you start having a Biggie, a Jay, a Nas,
KRS, Rakim.
KRS, Rakim, oh no. He's Chuck D, Ice Cube, no. Yeah. He's gonna fall on the other side. He's gonna fall back from all those dudes because when you sit him next to him, what those guys do so great and so epically starts coming into clear view, and it makes you question, does he really belong here? I know skill-wise he belongs here, but I say this respectfully, like, what's Wayne's deepest song? Because I still think it might be Fuck the World. That's Off the Block is hot, Mike.
I was going to say either that or I Miss My Dogs or something, but again...
That's off the Carter 1.
What's the record that...
What record has he made that
I was
really
going to say
you?
Receipt. It's kind of his song Cry, but and even when you do that, it's not at the level of that record. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to compare something when he went in that chamber and say it is on the level of those people that you're putting him up there with, and it's not.
And also, too, respectfully, Mike, he would have the weakest album of all the great MCs in the classic catalog conversation. He doesn't have anything that's close to Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, Death Certificate, Doggy Style. Like, he doesn't have an album like that.
Criminal Minded, Paid in Full.
Right. He doesn't have that.
What are we doing?
He just doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, what are we doing? Like, the Carter 1, 2, or 3, no matter which one is your favorite. I think You and Me are the Carter 2. None of the Carters are like those albums we just named.
And honestly, you know, I respect the work ethic and the longevity, but if we look at filling in all those gaps and all those spots, Cole and Kendrick are more suitable for an argument like that than Wayne is.
How about this? Do you think the Carter 2 is better than Stankonia? Because I think the Carter 2 is his best work, and I'm not sure if it's better than Outkast's fourth best album.
I don't think it is.
Me neither. So it's like your best album's not better than Stankonia. You gonna walk over there with Jay and Big and Pop and Nas?
No, he doesn't have anything that's even comparable with the Blueprint of the Black Album. Like, if we went song for song, like he just doesn't.
I might like the Carter 2 more than the Black Album.
If we could go song for song, there's no way the Carter 2's winning that.
Right? No, Mike. I was just thinking about it. It's like no, because here's the thing about it. It's like Best Rapper Alive might be the best record on the Carter 2. That's track 7. Threat is track 7 on the Black Album. I don't know if that's the best track on there, but I know Threat's better than Best Rapper Alive.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jay Short Super Chat says, isn't Emcee Hammer rap's first superstar? He laid out the blueprint for the crossover, including Diddy's sampling style, yes, and also the endorsement deals and stuff too. Hammer kind of was the first to really go super hard on those. He had a cartoon. Did he have a cartoon before Kid and Play did?
I don't know.
Now, I know, and I also know, and I'm sure people are going to say this in the chat, Curtis Blow had a Sprite deal first. I know that. But you know what I mean?
The Hammer thing might be more valid than the LL thing.
I'm fine with that.
Because
he took it somewhere else. Yeah. I think LL at that time, he was like a superstar for rap.
Like,
whereas Emcee Hammer was just a cultural icon. Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. There's nothing wrong with being rap's first star. That's what LL really is to me. He's our first star. His first one's like, no, that guy's star.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then for me, Snoop is the level up. But I be on some real dude rap shit, so I don't be like including Hammer in those conversations. But that's not necessarily fair to Hammer either. And so like
Hammer's some real rap. I think Hammer was just the last old school style MC to kind of blow up. Like he had that Run DMC type of flow.
Told you they put me in the mix with my shit, Mike.
It's crazy. Put me in the mix was crazy. My joint was not Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him. Huh?
Turn This Mother Out.
Turn This Mother Out was fire too, but nah.
Yeah, Turn This Mother Out was fire.
Yeah, I remember being in like early elementary school. Nah, that's not what.
Remember the video to Turn This Mother Out when he came up on the stage and got busy?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was a whole thing.
MC Hammer was the shit.
Hammer was the man.
He took it like with Too Legit though. I think that was where it was like, is this even rap anymore? You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I'm like, I ain't even gonna lie. I was up in there like.
Nah, man. See, I'm tripping, man. I'm like, yo, man, what record am I talking about?
Well, wait, hold on. When did Hammer really blow up and reach that level? Because I feel like You Can't Touch This is that level, and I feel like Deep Cover has already come out by the time You Can't Touch This has come out. So I might stick to my Snoop.
I think that was still before it. Hold up.
When did You Can't Touch This come out? Because that's really when Hammer became a superstar.
Oh, Let's Get It Started is what I'm thinking about.
Let's Get It
That
Started.
was my shit.
Ooh,
Let's Get It Started.
That was a banger. Let's Get It Started was a banger too. Hammer had some bangers. Hammer had stadium flow. Now he might have been the first guy with some real stadium flow.
I think what Can't Touch This was like 1990.
Is it 90?
Yeah. Early.
Deep Cover is 91, Mike. It's not like yeah. Ain't Deep Cover 91?
But I don't think Snoop turns into a superstar into Doggy Style to 93. Or if you want to be generous and say 92 with G-Thing and all of that, but he's kind of...
I just never seen a nigga that had everybody dressing like him and acting like him without a damn album out. That was superstar shit. It's like everybody wanted to be Snoop. Snoop didn't even have a damn album out.
That was the first highly anticipated album that I can remember from somebody who... Because usually... they hit you with the album like right away. This one was bubbling. Andre Shashir with the super chat says, Jay might need to start writing instead of coming off the dome while listening to his beats. What do y'all think? Ooh. I think that might be what he's doing though, Andre. Maybe that's why he's not in pocket right now, because when he's coming off, he's actually listening to the beat and he's right in there with the beat. I think Jay might actually be writing right now.
And I don't know if I like that for him, Mike, because I tell you the truth. It's like, I don't write anymore until I have the verses, like, freestyled and, like, kind of in my head. Then I'll start writing, like, our cypher verse. Mm-hmm. I didn't start writing that shit till I had about 10 bars memorized from freestyling. Like, I'm riding around saying, like, oh, no, I'm going to do that. So I don't even know how healthy it is for him to be writing. It's like, And because part of the reason why I don't write anymore like that, because I don't got time to. I know that nigga don't have time. He got time to write all these bars. It's like, man, I need to have 12 bars in my head before I even think about writing some shit down. I don't play like that no more.
My day is action-packed. I can't imagine what his day-to-day looks like.
Well, I'm saying, you got time to write bars? Like, you pissing me off with that. It's like, I don't have time to write bars. I'll be in the car freestyling all this shit we about to do. I just started writing it down.
James with the super chat says, guys, who had the best verse on Jay-Z and Nas' Success song? I think Jay. I think Jay always seems to have the best verse because, like you said, he's a competitor in that way.
I think lyrically that that Nas's verse is better on Success, but Jay's flow is so disgusting on there. I'm gonna say that again. It's one of his more disgusting flows. That's a Black Album flow he pulled out. He pulled out a Black Album flow for that record.
Yeah, his flow on the Black Album is sick. I think on the Blueprint too as well. You know, I was just listening to the Blueprint too. I was listening to Fuck All Night, right? He was just skating on that record, man. Like, and that's a record that people don't even listen to. He was like, what'd he say? I snapped for a second, I'm back, no question, and I walk with a cane. Well, everything he said before that, too. It was like, got to get my back in perspective. It said, mommy's calling her boyfriend, a toy friend. We were supposed to hook up and have a blast. She called me her emergency dick in the glass. Had to laugh for a second. Had to stop myself, get my back in perspective. I'm like, yo, this dude is going in on this album.
It's like a little modern day Cashmere Thoughts talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I walk with a cane, ain't no half stepping.
Yep, I remember
and on that note, Iceberg Slim is back to rock a boat. Come on.
See, I don't listen to those records because that album wasn't good. But I need to go back and listen to that. I remember those
snapping
bars.
on that album.
I remember those bars.
Some people hate him. It's hard,
very
too.
high on the Blueprint, too.
I like the Blueprint, too. But see, I like him because he's rhyming on there. Because if you listen to, like, let's just say Volume 3, right? And Volume 3 got some bangers on it. The way he's rapping on Volume 3 versus the way he's rapping on the Blueprint 2, man, he's stepped it all the way back up. It's like he's trying to find that Volume 1 mixture of being able to rhyme at a high level and still make palatable music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now, Mike, he did, take a big L that did have something to do with the whole changing of the rap style back to being some rapping ass nigga again. It's not a coincidence that it's like Ether happened and then this rap he's super rapper again all of a sudden. He don't want to dumb it down for his dollars. No, Mike, all it took for him, I dumb it down for my dollars till you lost and then you up the ante all the way back up and rhyming his ass off on the Blueprint.
But you know what? I give him a lot of credit for that because he's a competitor, he's a survivor. And most people, after taking a bomb like Ether from somebody like Nas, they would have been done. You know what I mean?
Multiple times. If it's literally anybody other than Jay, at who Jay was at the time, you understand their career is over.
They're done.
Done.
I mean, can we be perfectly honest? I know you and I started off talking about Prodigy. The takeover took Prodigy down a few notches.
It's never the same.
And that's Prodigy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Never the same. But respectfully, Mike.
Yeah.
And I love P. P wasn't never Nas, even when he was at his peak. I told you it's different.
Do you think
what I'm saying is that...
Do you think he was an A-lister, though? Like, maybe not top of the list to where Nas is, but was he A or top of B? Bottom of A, top of B?
You could put him at the bottom of A. I'll say, how about this? Let's go to 96, which is a year after the infamous and Hell on Earth. I'm very, very comfortable. Who are the MCs better than Prodigy in 1996? Because Jay's not better than Prodigy in 96. So it'd be Big. It'd be Pac. You want to pull up the rhymes to Infamous and Hell on Earth versus Reasonable Doubt?
I thought we did that. No, we actually did the Infamous. And you know what? I'll give you that because at least in 96, Prodigy had the Infamous and Hell on Earth. But he's also in a group. So
we know where the bar work coming from. Like, no disrespect to have it. Also, Trife Life 2 is the shit. Mm-hmm. Nas is better in 96. Pac is better in 96. Big is better in 96. Mike, I think Lauryn Hill is a better MC in 96.
That I disagree with you on, but she's incredible.
Okay.
Because if we're gonna give him the infamous and that, I don't think her output on the score matches that. Sorry.
I think her output on the score matches what he did on Hell on Earth, respectively, for what they bring to the table for their style of MC.
But then in 1996, Shook Ones is still out here in these streets.
I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay, so right now we're comfortable in saying that it's like, okay, so Nas, Big, and Pac are better. Is Andre better? I think we proved that with the ATL's Hell on Earth thing that's no.
No.
What about Redman? Is Redman better than Prodigy in 96?
I think so.
Okay, so that's 4.
Muddy Waters.
What about Black Thought from the Roots? Is Thought better than Prodigy in 96? On Illadelph?
Believe it or not, I don't think so.
I don't think so either, believe it or not. As much as I love Illadelph and as much as I love Thought, I don't think he's quite where Prodigy is. Like, not, it's parsing, but like, yeah. So we only got, so right now, Mike, I want you to hear this. We got, in 1996, we got Big, Pac, Nas, and Redman better than Prodigy. Is Raekwon or Ghost better in 96?
Ghost isn't, but I was going to say maybe Ray. Maybe.
And I'm going to tell you what, I thought that too, Mike, except for there's this song called Nighttime Vultures, and I swear Ray is epic on there, but the verse by Prodigy on Nighttime Vultures. And this is a year after, and this is not Purple Tape year, this is year after Purple Tape. Are you sure Ray better?
I'm not sure, honestly. Let me ask you this. What do you think about Method Man? No?
With what material? Okay. Outside of I'll Be There For You and some hook work and some method, you know what I'm saying? Okay. No, I can't say that because there's not enough evidence to say so. So in 1996, which might be rap's heaviest year, he's a top 5 MC.
Mm-hmm.
So when people be like, you putting him up too high, listen to the people that just were above him in rap's arguably heaviest. No, that's rap's deepest year ever, Mike. He's a top 5 MC in rap's deepest. Like, I feel comfortable with him and Ray being tied at 5th after the 4 guys you named.
Yeah, because Ray's coming off the Purple Tape, and he is running shit on Iron Man.
Actually, I forgot about Iron Man.
Yeah.
It might, no, he faded Ray on Nighttime Vultures. I can't do that. That was 96. Nighttime Vultures is 96. Prodigy has the better verse. They're on record together that year. So I'm going to give P that edge. Scarface.
Okay. Face is face.
Face is face. And The Diary was 95, right?
I thought The Diary was 94.
94?
You know, I think
What's 96 from Face?
I know he
Is that Untouchable?
Nah, that's 97. But I know he didn't really take any breaks like that. I think it's because Untouchable's 97.
That's the one after The Diary, so he did take a break. That was his break.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So I mean, I don't, would Face count? If Face would count, I'll take Face over Prodigy, but if not, Prodigy's top 5 in 96. What does that say? Like, how about this? I'll tell you some real shit. Like, and this is what I mean about how Prodigy's special and people don't realize it. You couldn't put Kendrick or Cole in that climate and they'd be top 5 in 96. Don't get that fucked up.
John Green with the super chat says, didn't Nas win a Grammy back in 1997 for Big Willie Style? Nas wrote Chasing Forever, Yes, Yes, Y'all, and Getting Jiggy with It.
He wrote Miami too. I think he wrote 5 tracks on Big Willie Style, if memory serves.
Big Willie Style's a huge album. That record, y'all want? It's funny when I just made that Puffy argument. No Way Out sold 7 million records. You want to see what Big Willie Style sold?
Probably 8. But here's what I'll tell you, Mike.
I think more than that.
Mike, white people love Will Smith.
Yeah, all right. At least they used to.
What Jay say on Blackout? Ghetto nigga putting up what? Will Smith numbers. Why he saying that, Mike?
Volume 3 still sold more albums than Will Smith. Okay, 9 times platinum.
I told you 8, but yeah.
36 Chambers with the super chat says, chat has a point. Will Smith was a star too. And see, we talking about Will. People forgot that he was really a hip hop legend and tend to reject his music. People tend to reject his music, but his music stardom launched him. I think that this is the thing too.
You know how I feel about Will.
Yeah, this is what makes Will different though. Will became a superstar, a superstar based on television and film
and movies.
Yeah, and he came back to rap and did Big Willie Style, And that's what got him to that 9 million, because he's coming off of Independence Day and all of that stuff.
Actually, you want to know what? Like,
even though parents just don't understand, I think that was the first Grammy. He wasn't
89.
a superstar. He was a notable name. But
so I will tell you this: you want to know what his superstar moment might be? It might have been when he came back and did Summertime, though.
Mm-hmm. No,
because
definitely.
he got embraced when he did that record by the hip hop community in a way that he never got embraced before, even though he won the Grammy. And that's when we knew he was a superstar. Big Willie style was just like, it'd been a rap. Game had been a rap by the time Big Willie style came
That's
out.
super duper stardom right there. Juanito Garcia with the super chat says, Hammer was the first hip hop star. Hip hop artist. P.O.P. And, even when what Q-Tip said on Check the Rhyme, rap is not pop, if you call it that, and stop, that's directed at Hammer and stuff. Now, and again, I don't like throwing Vanilla Ice into the Hammer conversation, because I don't think Ice had the longevity or anything that Hammer did, because we went down Hammer's resume. He got records. But people were trying to kind of conflate those two as well. And, Vanilla Ice is not Hammer.
So, Mike, I think today, instead of adding people to the list, because we're at 38 with Freddie.
Yeah.
Hold on. Finish your thought.
I was just going to finish the super chat, because I know we got to get up out of here in a second. It's like 8:30.
It is. And we've had a great dialogue and some wonderful conversation. But about the Lil Wayne comment and about the Prodigy comment, I think we should slide them out of their spaces and put them through the ringer before we go. And that'll be our MC rating for the day. And so we're not going to add any new names. But we'll see where they really fall, because you feel like Prodigy may be too high. He's at 18.
I feel like with Prodigy, we're going to have a real discussion. We might want to wait until Friday to do that. I don't think that's going to be real quick. We got to do an actual album review on Friday. That's why I want to do the Prodigy Wayne thing now, because we actually do have to talk about Hits album on Friday. We are going to talk about Hits album.
Okay, pick one, because I think Wayne's more of a problem to rate than go through this than Prodigy is, if you really want to know the truth.
I want to save Prodigy for Friday. Let's do Wayne now.
That's fine, but I'll tell you what, I don't. If you think he's too high, it's like I don't see how. You think Busta Rhymes is better than Prodigy? Busta's at 25. DMX is at 23. Do you really think they're better MCs than Prodigy?
I think that they have that individual output. See, the thing that's interesting about Prodigy, he has a solo career, but his strongest stuff is in the group, right? Whereas the people that you just mentioned, they always held it dolo.
And right? I get that, Mike. But his strongest stuff with the group is more classic than their classic shit, and that's X included. And it's no disrespect to X.
You think his stuff is more classic than X? I think a few of their records are, but I think collectively, I don't know about that.
I mean, first of all, I would still tell you Quiet Storm's better than Get At Me, dog. Just songs for song, just straight up and down.
I disagree with that.
Quiet Storms, but where?
I disagree.
Is the beat better? Is the beat for Get At Me, dog better? Well, no. Are the rhymes better? It's like, well, no. Is the hook better? It's like maybe, might be a tie, but it's not a better record actually when you think about it. The impact is there, but it's not no fucking Quiet Storm. DMX don't have a. That's what I mean about how special Prodigy is. It's like, you know how I feel about X. X ain't make nothing like Quiet Storm.
So you got Prodigy over DMX.
We have it here on the list over DMX. DMX is 23.
That's why I think we need to reassess that. You think if we put any poll out there, people will say that Prodigy is better than DMX?
Mike, I told you. It's like, well, you're talking to a guy that, like, you know, had everybody running around telling him his whole life that Jay was better than Nas. It's like, how'd that work out? It's like, I don't trust anybody.
I think that was always really debatable.
I don't listen to anything anybody tells me anymore without some hardcore evidence, because here's what people are forgetting about DMX. How dope is that shit outside of those first two albums, Mike? Respectfully, for as much as I love a man. How dope is it outside of two dope albums? Because it's scattered after those first two albums. And Mike,
so you're saying
it to you, there are people like you that's not even a big fan of the second album like that. He's only got one sure shotter.
That one sure shotter is very impressive.
Murder Music and Hell on Earth, and he may Keep It Thorough, Quiet Storm, the Verse of Shook Ones Part 2. Yeah, I have Prodigy over DMX. The catalog say so, Mike.
Do you want to do Do you want to do a DMX Mob Deep versus? So you sound
I
very
do.
confident in that.
I do.
I would
And
love
I
to
love
take
X,
DMX's
Mike.
catalog and
Mike,
do a
you
Patreon for
don't
that.
want to, Mike. You do not want DMX to catch that body. I'm telling you now. You don't have enough heat for me.
Wow. Okay.
Mike, I'm just gonna run this down for you right quick, and I want you to just tell me the 5 records you got that's fucking with me. I got Shook Ones Part 2. I got Quiet Storm. I got Hell on Earth. I got Survival of the Fittest. I got Give Up the Goods. What do you got after Stop Being Greedy and Get At Me, dog? Stop Being Greedy and Get At Me, dog. But after that, Mike, I'm about to have fun with your ass. Like, I'm telling you, don't
Rough
do it.
Riders Anthem. How's
Mike,
it going down? You got
Mike,
some stuff.
Mike,
niggas
play
that
How's It
started
Going
something.
Down. Mike, play How's It Going Down and watch me play Burn and burn your ass.
Okay.
Right.
Chris with the super chat says, guys, I'm from New Orleans and 48 years old. His solo album or not, better than BG or Juvenile discography wise. I'm sorry. He says, guys, I'm from Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and 48 years old. His solo albums are not better. I guess he's talking about Wayne. His solo albums are not better than BG, Juvenile's discography wise.
See?
That was the knock too, man, when it came to Wayne. It was like, does he have an album that's clear cut better than 400 Degrees?
That's valid. Is the Carter 2 better than 400 Degrees?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, Mike. Yeah. And I can't front. I'm partial to Chopper City in the Ghetto. I love that project.
That shit was hard. Jermaine Johnson with the super chat says, I love Wayne, but he lacks range. Usually just a bunch of words that rhyme and no concepts. No protein, no nutrients, and a lot of empty calorie bars. I think that we got to talk about Wayne, man.
Okay, let's do Wayne, and then let's get out of here.
All right.
All right, so Wayne, says, Wayne was at 14.
Whew. Where you want to start him at? The top?
I mean, I think it's pretty safe. Is it safe to say, like,
let's start him where Ross is.
Huh?
No. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I mean, I think he's gonna beat Freddie Game and Guru pretty easily.
Okay.
Don't you?
I think so.
So I would start with Eminem at 35.
Okay.
Impact, Wayne or M?
Wayne.
Live performance?
Wayne.
Lyrics?
I
think that's M.
I'm going to go M because of the questionable pen stuff out there.
And the fact that even though M does say a lot of things that you may not be able to relate to, they are coherent.
And he's a great storytelling MC, so that.
Well, I was actually about to say storytelling is the next thing, Mike, and that's definitely Eminem.
That's definitely Eminem.
Classic albums, I'll give that to Wayne.
Okay.
Because Wayne's got the Hot Boy stuff, and Wayne's made contributions to other classic shit like that, too. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Classic songs is Wayne, too.
Yep.
Longevity of albums?
That's Wayne.
Longevity of songs?
That's Wayne.
Classic collaborations?
That's Wayne.
He won that.
Yeah.
It's over. Rick Ross, Impact? That's Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Live performance, because part of Ross's comeuppance is getting on Wayne's records.
Right.
Hate the break, you know what I mean?
No, that's real.
Like, I'm gonna tell you when I started respecting Ross as an MC, it's like when he did Accident Murderers with Nas, and he did John with Wayne, I'm like, oh, okay.
Nah, for me, it was all the stuff with Jay, man. He had done a lot of stuff with Jay at that point.
Ain't nobody, Mike Dope Boy anthems are easy to come by, but whatever. It is. I'm sorry. Like all them Jeezy, Ross, and Jay records, it's like they all sound the same.
The Devil Is a Lie is epic.
I like it, Mike, but I don't love it. And to be honest with you, like The Devil Is a Lie, that's not something he would play in his verses. So it's not like it's like that.
Stuff. But yeah, go ahead.
Impact, Wayne. Live performance, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrics, Wayne.
Yeah.
Storytelling might be Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Classic albums?
That's Wayne.
Okay. Songs? Classic songs? I think that might be Ross.
That might be Ross.
I think that's Ross. Longevity of albums?
That might be Ross.
I think so. Longevity of songs? That's Wayne.
Yeah.
Classic collaborations.
That's Wayne. Not many people are going to beat Wayne in that, and Ross has great classic collaboration.
He does.
Yeah.
Yep, that's enough for Wayne to move on. He's past Ross.
Okay.
J. Cole. Impact.
Wayne.
Live performance.
That might be Cole.
I've seen Wayne live, and I thought he gave an excellent show.
I've seen Wayne live too. He was great.
I would like to call that a tie. I've heard great things about Cole's performance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with tying that.
I've just never seen Cole go out there with anybody but himself, and he holds everything down, song for song.
I watched Wayne do that down here, and the only person he bought out was T.I.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think Wayne can do the same thing.
Okay, we can tie it.
And not joking. Part of why I thought about Wayne can skateboard now. He be skateboarding on stage and shit. Like he'll do a stage set where he has a skateboard and a skateboard ramp set up, and he will skate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's performance. That is performance arts. But I'll call it a tie. Lyrics, Cole.
That goes Cole, yeah.
Storytelling, Cole. Classic albums, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Classic songs, Wayne.
Yeah.
Longevity of albums, Wayne.
Yeah.
Longevity of songs, Wayne.
Yeah.
Classic collaborations, Wayne.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh, gonna love this. Pusha T and Lil Wayne, Mike.
Yeah.
Impact.
Wayne.
Live performance.
Wayne.
As somebody that's seen them both, I feel like that might be a tie too. I was super impressed with Pusha T.
Okay.
But because of Wayne's stadium flow, as in him being the bigger artist, I think he's had more of an opportunity to grow as more of a live performance. So I'm cool with Wayne being the live performer too. But Pusha T did an excellent job when I saw him. Excellent. Held it down all by himself. No hype man, no breaks, just a fucking bottle of water and got busy nonstop. It was pretty impressive. Like his breath control, his vocals from beginning to end, he was there. Lyrics is Pusha.
Yep.
Storytelling.
That's Pusha.
Barely. Neither one of them really tell stories. Classic albums.
Because he got the clip stuff in there too. I'm going to go Pusha, man.
I think Hell Hath No Fury and Daytona are better than anything Wayne's ever made.
I think so too.
Push. Classic songs, that's Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Longevity of albums.
That might be
That
Wayne.
might be a tie. Huh. Give that. What do you think? I think that's an interesting conversation between them two.
Because, people go back to all of Wayne. I mean, not all of Wayne's albums, but many of the notable ones. Not to mention, their projects, but Dedication 2 is still an issue. Like, you know what I mean?
So are the Re-Up Gang mixtapes, Mike. So is Grinding.
But not like Dedication 2 and
people wax poetic about Dedication like it's the greatest shit ever made. It's not. But, okay, we'll give that to Wayne. Longevity of songs?
What happened?
Because here's the thing. Pusha T is the co-author of Grinding. What epic single does Wayne have that belongs to him or he's co-author of that goes back that far? Because he's just the drop it like it's hot in the bling bling part of the song. Those ain't his songs. What's his first epic record? Because I think it might be Go DJ. And that's definitely years after Grinding.
Yeah, I think so. Go DJ is 2004, I believe.
Yeah, So I would actually tell you Longevity of songs might actually be Push.
Yeah.
Like his songs.
But yeah, he's in the Hot Boys though. I mean, he's on Bling Bling, but I got you.
But whose song is that though, Mike?
BG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back That Ass Up is whose song?
Juve.
Right. So that's like that's that Method Man thing. It's like you get points for contributing, but that guy is literally sliding on Grinding. Yeah. Classic collaborations.
That's Wayne.
Career longevity.
That's got to be Wayne.
How so? Pusha hasn't taken any breaks.
97.
Okay, so clips pulled up shortly thereafter, Mike. And Pusha stayed more active. When's the last Wayne album, Mike?
He actually has stayed more active.
When's the last Wayne album, Mike?
When is the last Wayne album? It's been a minute.
Thank you, Mike. What about the legal troubles with Baby that kept him tied up for a few years, and all we got was a fucking album with 2 Chainz and some verses?
I think the last one was the Carter 5, and I feel like that was like
Mike. I think my daughter was still in elementary school.
I feel like that was like 2019, I believe.
Was it?
I think so. Hold on, or was it 18? Let's see. The Carter 5. It might have been. Shit, it might have been 17.
That's what I'm saying, Mike.
No, it was 18. It was 18.
So he hasn't made an album in 5 years, Mike.
And I feel like a lot of that stuff on the Carter 5 is old, too.
I mean, and not being funny, Mike, that ain't the first time he went through a gap like this recently. He's actually had some very, very long gaps. So his longevity the quality of it belongs to Push, and so does the longevity.
But Daytona was 18, but luckily it's almost dry last year, so.
And
that was the first time he really took a break like that, too. Because he had a lot going on in real life, so.
Yeah, so that's actually Push.
Yeah, that's Push.
Voice. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You there? Uncle Fran with the super chat says, guys, would Nas be the same if he loses the battle? We'll never know. Go ahead.
We don't do that woulda, shoulda, coulda, though, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna give Wayne the edge for voice. I think you are too.
I'm going to push it for the voice. Oh.
You sure, Mike? Wayne because there's a reason, voice. Mike, because this is where those contributions, you realize where Wayne's voice does make a mark.
It's like, you're right. Because
that's
even
the voice
in the
on
hook
Bling
game,
Bling. That's the voice on Drop It Like It's Hot. For a reason, Mike.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of his voice, but yeah, his voice is unique, and he does add that. Like, even when you look at Duffel Bag Boys and stuff like that, like, you can't pull that off without that voice.
Right. You know how I feel about Push, though. It's like we got to be objective. Mike,
you know what? My favorite hook, one of my favorite hooks, period, is from Wayne, and that's Red Nation from The Game. That hook is crazy. Throwing blood in the air, leave blood on the ground. Only Wayne could do that one.
Only Wayne.
Yeah.
So Big Boy's up next, Mike. Impact.
That's Wayne, and I love Big Boy, but
live performance is Big Boy though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Lyrics, Big Boy.
Yeah.
Storytelling, Big Boy.
Yeah.
Classic albums, Big Boy.
Okay.
Classic songs. I get at the Wayne.
Yeah.
Longevity of albums.
Well.
Wayne, say less, Mike. I seen the shady look on your face. We're just gonna put Wayne down so you don't say nothing shady about Andre's output.
Yeah, that's
be like, well, if you had a group member that wanted to collaborate with him and keep working, they'd have more product. I got you, Mike. Yeah. Say less. Longevity of songs.
I think Big Boy gets that.
Are you sure? What Outkast records are still getting spun? I'm just saying that respectfully.
Spodioti. I mean, I guess
that's not enough to complete. Well, you see how we have to think about it because Wayne's still getting a line.
Because I'm just trying to decipher what I play from what everybody else is probably playing. You know what I mean?
Everybody else plays Wayne stuff more than they play Outkast stuff, unfortunately. And some of that does have to do with our conversations about things that have unfolded with the group in terms of, people working and like their classic collaborations.
That's Wayne.
Just hard to beat Wayne at that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Career longevity quality.
I'm still going to have to go Wayne on that.
And that's where he would win. I would tell you if it would get to the voice, he would be in trouble because I would give Big Boy the edge in voice.
Yeah, Big Boy gets the voice.
But that's Wayne. Redman, he's at 30, by the way. We had him at 14. Redman, Impact.
That's Wayne.
Live performance. It's Red.
That's Redman.
Lyrics is Red.
Yeah.
Storytelling's Red.
Yep.
Classic albums Red.
Yeah.
Classic songs Wayne.
Yeah.
Longevity of albums.
That might go Wayne.
I think it's the same thing with the songs. That's Wayne too.
Yeah.
Classic collaborations is Wayne. Career longevity quality is Wayne too. So he's not winning these easy, but he is winning these towards the end because he just passed Redman too. Q-Tip. Impact. Wayne.
That's Wayne.
Live performance.
I think that's Q-Tip.
I do too. Lyrics. That's Wayne.
Okay.
Storytelling. That's Q-Tip.
Mm-hmm.
Classic albums. Q-Tip.
Yep.
Classic songs. Ooh.
That's Q-Tip.
Are you sure?
You know what? Yeah, that's what I say. You know what I mean? It's like
that might be a tie.
I'm okay with that, but I think that the longevity of songs, that's definitely Q-Tip.
That's why I was saying this is a tie, because I think the longevity of albums is Q-Tip.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the longevity of songs is Q-Tip.
Yeah.
But here's what I'll tell you, Mike. I still think he's about to lose, because I don't think he's going to win any of these next few. Classic collaborations, that's Wayne.
That's Wayne.
Career longevity quality is Wayne. Hold on.
Voice is Q-Tip.
So we would have Wayne at 30, because Q-Tip just beat him.
Wow. I didn't think he was going to go down that far. Well, interesting. Let me get to these super chats and we'll get up out of here, man. It's almost 9 o'clock. CJ Kid with a super chat says, you're taking everything into consideration for an MC, correct? And just bar work, and not just bar work, when comparing P to other MCs. Of course, yeah, we're going to get to P on Friday. Michael Williams with the super chat says, which group of storytelling songs is better? Somebody's Gotta Die, Niggas Bleed, and I Got a Story to Tell, or I Gave You Power, The Setup, and Shootouts. I think Nas is just the superior storyteller.
Let me just ask you something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Eminem's a better lyricist than Prodigy?
I don't.
I don't see the only guys that are on the back end, the only people that are below Prodigy right now that I know are better MCs as far as like their bar work is Thought, Kiss, Kane, and G-Rap, and maybe Kendrick. He's lyrically better than everybody below him outside of those guys. And his impact and his quality, like how about this? I bet you I'm more worried about, put Prodigy in the mix. Yeah.
Darius Campbell with the super chat says, Mike, you don't want to do that, bro. I think he's talking about the DMX Mobb Deep thing.
I'm trying to tell you, Mike, you really don't want to do it. You
36
don't really
Chambers
want to do it, Mike.
36 Chambers with the super chat says, old heads say Wayne isn't that dude, but Wayne is up there. Yes, his bars are abstract, but those abstract punchlines hit. Not having Wayne in the top 20 is blasphemous. Impact is huge. Wayne is pivotal for age 30. Okay. Let's see, and we can explore what we just did with this Q-Tip.
Here's some things people need to keep in mind about how we're rating things. If for some reason you didn't work, that gets held against you. He hasn't worked a lot. Some of it's been personal, some of it's been professional. But I hate to be the one to break it to you. That whole work like Wayne thing, that was a whole generation ago. You don't, like, you know what I'm saying? We just got to keep it 100 and funky about it. It's like, it ain't.
Jay Short with the super chat says, I look at Wayne's career like Method. Tremendous talent, but underachieved on solo work. Neither ever made that undisputable classic that they should have. I think that's fair. And Jonathan with the super chat says, Nas and Hit Boy album will be fire. Hit got bars. He does. All right, well, we're going to talk about Hit Boy's album Friday. I think that's a perfect wrap-up. We'll go ahead and get up out of here. Great show, Coop. Great talking to the people.
All the time. Be blessed. Be good.
Yep.